Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to show you how to shoot a compound bow. First things first, these are your pins. You're going to be using those to aim. Each individual one is like your crosshair on a gun. This scope looking thing that's surrounding them is your pin sight housing. And over here we have your peep sight. When you pull back, the string's going to be right here, like almost touching your nose. You're going to want to look through that peep sight, through this little peep sight right here. Look through that tunnel and match this pin sight housing up with that tunnel. Then you can level. See this bubble? You can level yourself out. Then when you're level and your peep sight is lined up with your pin sight housing, then you can look at your target, or you can match your target with your pin. You want to focus on your target, so your target is going to be clear. Your pins are going to be slightly blurry, and you're going to want to float your pin over your target and then shoot. You're also going to need a wrist release that's going to have a hook and a trigger. You're going to put that on your wrist like a watch, but it's kind of going to hang like you're Spider-Man, or it's going to be on your palm. Alrighty. So I showed you the peep. I showed you your pins, and I showed you the pin sight housing. Over here, we have your arrow rest. This one is a drop away. As the arrow is released, it drops away for less contact. So I'm going to want to slide the arrow onto that arrow rest. Let it rest right on there. And then I'm going to want to knock my arrow onto the D-loop. This is the D-loop right here. That loop. I'm going to want to knock it. You're going to hear it click. Once you hear that, you're ready to shoot. You know it's knocked. You know your arrow is set all the way. That's very important. You want to hear that click. You also want to feel it click. You're going to hook your wrist release onto the D-loop. And you're ready to shoot. Pull back to your anchor point, which is usually on your jaw. I like to touch the string to my nose and then look through my peep sight. It looks a little something like this. Once you align your peephole or your peep sight with the pin sight housing, you want to level out with that bubble. And try not to punch the trigger, kind of like I just did. You want to do a slow, very slow, almost surprise yourself with the shot, so you don't tweak it left or right. Or here's another shot for you guys. These are going to be Victory arrows. This head is just for practice. It's a little damaged. This arrow is carbon and stainless steel. Right there. These are strong arrows. They got a lot of penetration. They're very fast. And they were expensive. So I'm going to put this arrow again on the arrow rest. I'm going to put it on the D-loop, and I'm going to want to listen and feel that click. Alrighty. Put my wrist release hook on that D-loop. Pull back. So your front hand you're kind of just gonna want to hold the bow out there. You don't want to grip it. You don't want to do a death grip to where you don't let it move freely. You want to just be holding it out there and obviously level it out, but you don't want to be gripping it very tightly to where when you shoot, your grip affects the shot. So you just want to let the bow rest on your hand. So when you shoot, it's nice and relaxed. The bow doesn't get tweaked because you're holding it so tightly some way. Hope that helps.